Alright, yesterday and Friday we spent some time on adding integers using models. We modeled with counter chips and we modeled with the number line. Yesterday after your video, your activity was adding integers summary sheet, and it had 4 columns or 4 boxes, and then had an observation and summary. While you were doing your summary, you should have noticed some certain things that happen with each kind of problem. And those things that happen are called the algorithm, which is the rule for how you do something. So today, I'm going to show you how to add integers without having to model it. In the beginning, it's probably still going to help you to model it. As we go throughout this unit a little bit more, the numbers are going to be probably a little too large for you to use counter chips, and maybe even too large for you to use the number line. But if you do want to still use the number line, you'll just have to maybe not account for each number. You'll just have to count by fives or something like that in order to better able to do it. But the more we get into this, the better you'll be at it with just a rule and less modeling. You'll still have to be able to identify the model and use the rule. So on this page, I know it's on there twice, and I'm sorry. I meant to fix that, and then I guess I give out the wrong copy. I'm sorry. So you have it written twice, and that can't hurt, right? So this says adding integers the easy way. What it means by easy way is just by not using the models, because sometimes the models is not necessarily harder. It just takes a little longer to do. So through here, pretty much everything is done for us, so we just have to go through and highlight some stuff. So something to remember right here is that when you see a subtraction sign, you change it to addition. You're not going to see a whole lot of that yet, but as we go throughout this week, you're going to start seeing some more of it. So here are your two separate rules. So first, the easier rules are when your signs are the same, you just add. Your answer is the same sign as the numbers in the expression. So, for example, this says -7 minus 8. Something that you need to realize is that this negative goes with the 7, and not only is this negative sign a minus sign, but it is also means -8. So that the operation symbol in between the two numbers goes with the second number. So something that could make this easier for you is if you change it to addition like they did here, -7 plus -8, if this is too complicated for you. It says since they're both negative, we're going to add both numbers. So we're going to add 7 and 8, and the answer is a negative sign, and because both of the numbers are negative. So -7 plus -8 is -15. +7 plus +8 is 15. So all we did was add a negative sign to it. Over here, when your signs are different, that's where it gets a little trickier. Different signs, you get the difference, which you should know means subtraction, between the numbers. The sign of your answer is the same sign as whichever number in the expression has the larger absolute value. Remember, absolute value is the distance away from 0 that a number it is. And absolute value is never, ever, ever negative. So it's always going to be positive. However, you'll see where this comes into play a little bit more. So for this example, we have 3 minus 5. So first we're going to change it to addition, which is 3 plus -5. So what I have right here is a 3 and then a -5. So first what I'm going to do, so here's my positive, right? And then here's my negative. I want to know what my answer is it going to be positive or negative? I want to know that right away. So I'm going to find the absolute value of 3. Remember, the bars mean absolute value, and the absolute value of 3 is 3. And then I'm going to find the absolute value of -5, which is positive 5. So my answer should be negative because 5 is greater than 3. So in order to solve it, it says get the difference between 3 and 5. Negative 5 is a larger absolute value than 3, so the answer is going to be negative. So if I were to do 5 minus 3, my answer would be 2. And so then, since 5 is greater than 3 and the 5 is negative, my answer is just going to be negative 2. Okay? In order to best understand this, the best thing to do is to practice. Okay? So that's what you have on the docket for today, is lots of practice. So you have your adding integers sheet, which is the next page. Again, these numbers are small enough where that you can use counter chips or you can use your number lines, whichever you want to do. So work on solving these. You'll probably start to see a pattern, especially within these boxes here. Some of them are word problems. Think about the vocabulary words that we started with on Friday, and then that we even started with at the very beginning of integers. If you struggle with what some of the words mean, make sure to raise your hand and ask a question so that you can kind of get through it. Alright? Again, go back, pause wherever you need to in the video. Let Miss Daniel know if you need help, or send me an email if you're still not understanding this. But at least try it, practice it, so that somebody can figure out what it is that you need a better basis on.